What's up everyone, it's Chachi Power here with Rocket Punch Army. I got a quick little video. This is just a comparison. There's no transformations, nothing like that. This is one of those versus videos that I do once in a while when I compare Takara version and Hasbro versions of certain characters. Today we have the Masterpiece Soundwave. As you can already see, I have both of them set up for you guys to look at. Just to make it a little more fun. Some of you already know which one is which by something that's very obvious, but for those of you, just take a look, see if you can see any differences, and take a guess. Alright, I'll go down a little bit here so we can see the other two little figures right down here, and that's going to be either Rumble or Frenzy, depending on what your preference is or where you're located. Alright, so if you guys didn't already figure it out, we have the Takara set right here on the left, and we have the Hasbro version here on the right. Right off the bat, not much of a difference. The easiest way to be able to tell from looking at them is the color of the eyes. You'll see the Takara has the red version there, and the Hasbro has a yellow version eyes there, which I think one's cartoon correct, the other one is toy correct. Alright, but aside from that, the only other differences I've seen, I'll go over them really quick, is the placement of the Decepticon logo. I don't have another Hasbro one to compare it to, but they seem to pretty much be a little higher above this yellow arrow line here than the Takara. But the plastic, the blue plastic, if we take a look, is, as far as my eyes can tell, identical. The shades of blue are identical, even the plastic is identical. The paint, like the red stripes on the arms, same red, same gold color, although it's a little more goldish on the Hasbro one, but I mean the difference in the shading might just be a production run. Other than that, it's pretty much identical. The quality of the chrome is identical. The only thing I saw on the feet down here, you'll see the door, the side door. It's very hard to tell on camera, but it's just gray plastic, just this little door here. The rest is painted silver, of course, but just this panel here is not painted silver, whereas the Takara one, it is painted silver. Again, very hard to tell on camera. Even looking at them, you know, side by side is kind of difficult. It does seem that the Takara window here is a little clearer than the Hasbro, maybe even glossier now that I'm looking at it. This one's a little cloudier, not by much, and it's less shiny. Let's see if we can see that on camera. You know, checking out the way that shines, I don't know if it's immediately apparent that one shines more than the other. Alright, again, the faces, you got the yellow eyes here. It's all a matter of preference, really. I dig the red eyes, but to get red eyes, you're going to be paying a lot more, and I'll get to the pricing in a second. Let's take a look at the back. Right, there's a Takara, there's a Hasbro. Again, very, very, very close. I don't really see, you know, right off the bat, just taking a look, any differences really, guys, you know, to warrant the difference in price. If it's a matter of wanting red over yellow eyes, that's very easily done. Now we're going to take a look, and as I go along, if there's something else that I find, I will point it out. So we're going to move along to the cassettes. I'm not going to go through all the cassettes, but let's take a look here at the two laser beaks. All right, they look identical to me, just like this. The paint is the same shade of red. The plastics look exactly the same. There is a little texture difference right here on this black piece compared to that, but again, that might just be the use of, you know, several molds to be able to release these. But on this, the molding on this red part, there's a little imperfection in the mold, and it's identical to this one here. So I don't want to mix these up because then I won't know which one's which. But other than that, yeah, virtually identical. I don't see any difference in Laserbeak here. I haven't checked all the cassettes. I do have Rumble and Frenzy, however you want to call them, the blue cassettes. Let's just leave them at that. And the difference is the blue, like let's say the shoulders and the thighs and the waist, that portion of the blue on this guy is more of a purplish. Again, you know, it might just be a white balance adjustment, very hard to tell, you know, but looking at it, it is pretty noticeable. Not by much, unless you have them side by side. They both have red eyes. It almost looks like the Hasbro one has a better face sculpt. It looks a little sharper. It might be because the silver used is more of a darker gunmetal, which I do prefer. I think this one looks a lot cooler in the face. Even the eyes kind of look a little more red metallic than the Takara one. The Takara one does, however, have chrome accents right here in his little titties, and his crotch piece and his kneecaps have a nice shiny chrome, where Hasbro's just painted silver. Now, I don't really have a preference. I do like shiny stuff, but I noticed on the Takara one there are some imperfections in the chrome which make it not look cool, whereas silver, if there is any imperfections, you can either touch it up with regular silver paint, or it's not that big of a deal. It's not noticeable. Other than that, the paint does seem to be the same shade. The blues on the back, this nice blue on the back, is the same shade. And actually, it's weird, the Hasbro almost looks like it's got sharper molding on this wing, and the finish on the silver is a little bit better. Again, these are things that can vary from production run to production run. Don't you know, use that comparison as like you know, the be all end all of you know, comparisons. But just stuff I'm pointing out with the two examples I have here. The Hasbro one does suffer from the same stiff thigh problem here. Don't pull on his leg here. You're creating too much torque on this piece. You want to grab it right as close as possible to the joint to be able to move it. All right. You don't want to pull here. Again, too much torque. That's creating a lever type of movement there. You don't want that. And I think that's it. Again, I'm not going to go into transformation. They look identical in the transformation. That's really it. I just wanted to let you guys know the obvious differences. Other than that, no one's really going to know. If you paint the eyes, it's going to be very hard to tell. So price difference. We do have a price difference. If you were lucky, as of right now, they're sold out everywhere on ToysRUs.com. Unless you go on eBay and pay a high price, you can snag this guy for $119.99 plus tax and shipping. I paid that at a Toys R Us, but I noticed the shelves. When I went to look at the shelves are priced at $138.99. So there's obviously a little bit of price gouging on Toys R Us's end, trying to make more money on something that should only cost $120, as far as they're concerned. And the other option is to go Takara all the way. The Takara version right now is about $200, maybe a little bit less. And you have to buy all the cassettes, whereas the Hasbro comes with all the cassettes, all 5 cassettes. The Takara one, to be able to have all the cassettes, you're looking at about $300 in total, plus shipping or whatever. Depends whoever you buy from, or you can hold out and see if you can snag one of these in a Toys R Us. If you want to snag it in a Toys R Us without ordering online, you have to visit Toys R Us constantly, and it's a pain in the butt. I happen to be checking at work, and I saw him available, and I snagged it. So yeah, that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, maybe there's something I missed that's more obvious than it was to me while making this video, please leave it below so other people can read it and know about it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Till next time, bye-bye.